Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nazman bin Muhammad Nasir, and today I will be presenting on my final year project titled Home-Based Food Business Application. And my supervisor is Miss Anis Afikah binti Syarif. Okay, let's first look at the background of the project. Since my project is related to e-commerce or electronic commerce, I will give you the overview of what is actually e-commerce. Electronic commerce, also known as e-commerce or e-business, is the exchanging of services or products by using computer networks. E-commerce can be operated in the presence of technological availability. To put it simply, e-commerce is the process of buying or selling products or services on the internet. In Malaysia, there are a lot of small sellers or entrepreneurs that usually sell their own homemade products, especially food-based such as cakes, cookies, and lasagna. And they usually have their e-commerce sales through Facebook, also other social media. And this type of seller usually does cash on delivery (COD) for their products. And based on the survey conducted, which titled Home-Based Food Business Application Seller, about 70.3% of the respondents use Facebook to advertise their products and to gain potential customers. They usually post their products in a group on Facebook to share it with the public. Next is the problem statements. Based on the survey that has been conducted, which titled Home-Based Food Business Application Seller for the seller, and another one is Home-Based Food Business Application Customer for the customer, there are three problem statements that has been identified. For the first problem statement is sellers have difficulties or problem with the platform they use to advertise or promote their product. As stated before, most of the sellers use Facebook as their platform. By using Facebook, the seller actually need to post or advertise the product multiple times. This is because they need to advertise the product into multiple groups in the Facebook. For example, if a seller cover area such as multiple areas such as Merlimau, Jasin, and Bandaraya, so they will need to find different groups in Facebook, and then they will need to post in each of the groups that they find to actually reach their targeted customers. So this proves that it is inefficient and provides some difficulties for the sellers. And for the second problem statement is the customers have difficulties finding home-based food around their location. This is because sellers, especially home-based food sellers, do not actually have physical store as for example a restaurant have. So it is quite hard for the customers to actually notify or know whether someone is actually doing some businesses of selling home-based food products. And finally, the third problem statement is it is difficult for the customer to know the quality of the product and the seller's services beforehand. As I stated before, the main platform used for advertising the product is Facebook or any form of social media. Social media do not have a proper review or feedback function as any other e-commerce site have. So it is quite difficult for customer to know the feedback of the product from other customer. Thus, the customer do not know what is the quality, whether the quality or the services is good or bad. And for the proposed solution, so to tackle the first problem, the application will provide a proper platform where sellers can use to advertise their products based on their location of delivery. And for the second problem, the proper solution is the application will develop with search and filter based on location to show or display home-based food products that are available only in a certain place to help that has been selected by the customer to help customers to find home-based food available at around their location. And thirdly, the application will also have a rating and review function for any customer to rate and comment on certain product. Okay, this is the use case of the project or application. There are two actors, which is customer and seller. For the customer, they can create account, update account, view account, disable account, view product, search product, filter product, view review, and also review product. And for the seller can create account, update account, view account, disable account, add product, update product, delete product, view product, search product, view review, and also view review. And next is the domain class diagram for the application. The domain class diagram have 7 classes that include account, customer, seller, review, product, location, and seller location. Each of the class will have their own attributes, and each of the class will also have relationship between other classes. So for example, an account, which is the customer is an empty class because it has inherited all the same attribute as the account, so it will not be needed to put in the customer class. So the one customer can make 0 or many reviews to products, and for the products, one product can have 0 or many reviews from the customers. And for the seller will also inherit all the same attribute from the account, and plus the different attribute on the seller classes. So the one seller will have 0 or many product, and one product can be had by one seller only. And for the seller and location relationship, one seller can have many location, and one location can be had by many seller. And the seller location will act as a bridge for the seller and location classes. And next is the project demonstration. Okay, now I will demonstrate the application that I have developed, which is the home-based food business application. Okay, this is the login page, which will require email and password for the user to log in. So if they do not have an account, they can sign up by clicking down here. Okay, this is the customer registration. If they are a seller, they can click down here to go to the seller registration page. But before that, let us register as a customer. Okay, but before that, let's check the error handling. Okay, name is required. Let's input some data. And lastly, phone number. And then click register. Okay, it will direct the user or customer to the home page, but before that, let's look at the profile by clicking the button navigation down here. And this is the profile page that will display all the customer or user information. If the customer or user wanted to update their profile or account, they can click this update account, and they can change, for example, their display name or even their email address. Then they click update, and then the profile is updated. Okay, the user can also disable the account, which will delete all the information and data from the application, but let's not do it. Okay, let's go to the home page. Okay, this is the home page for the customer. So it will display all the home-based food product available in the application. But for the customer, they must first select location that they want to search for home-based food product. So they must first select location by clicking the select location button. And this is all the location in Malacca based on all the mukim in Malacca. So for example, they want to check on Beringin. So the application will only display product from seller that cover the area in Beringin. For example, next you can go to air panas. You can see it will display only the product from air panas, and it will display the air panas up here. So the seller can search, for example, chicken. Okay, then the product, the application will display the search keyword, and then the customer can also filter product by clicking the filter icon based on the category. So for example, they want some Malaysian food, you can click it, and the application will display only Malaysian food in air panas. And then Western, and it will display only Western food in air panas. Then the customer can click on any product they want to see, and then it will display the product details of the product. If the customer interested to buy the product or wanted to contact the seller, they can click here to contact the seller. Okay, as you can see, it will direct the application will direct the customer or user to the seller's WhatsApp, so they can contact them here. Okay, if the customer want to view the reviews of the product first, they can click here, and it will display all the reviews from other customer, and it will also the application will also calculate the average rating and also the total number of reviews. And then if the customer have bought the product before and wanted to express whether they are satisfied or not satisfied with the product, they can write the review by clicking down here. Okay, this is the rate and write review page, but because of this application does not have any ordering function, so the customer must add photo evidence of the product to support their claim that they actually bought the product. So they can click here and pick from gallery. They can click the rating, for example 4. Okay, and then they can click submit, and then rating and review published successfully. So we can view the rating. Okay, it has been added, and the average rating has also been updated, and the total number of rating has also been updated. Okay, next let's go to seller user. Okay, this is the home page of seller, but before that let's go to the profile page. Okay, this is the seller profile page that contains all the seller's information. So the seller can also update their account. For example, they want to update their area of delivery, right? So they can select delivery area. For example, they want to choose 2 places that they cover, and then click update, and then the application will update. So their product will now be displayed in air panas and also in Belumbing. So let's go to the product page, which is their home. In the product page, they can add new product into the application. Then they can choose the category, and then they can type in their prices. The prices can be input by the seller in any form. For example, they can say that price in description. So they if the product have many set or different prices, so they can state this. But as for now, let's change it to 5. Okay, then they can add product. Okay, product has been added. Let's check. Okay, the butter cake fries has been added. So the seller can also edit their product. And then they can click update product. Okay, product updated. As you can see, the product name and the product price has been updated. So the seller can also view all the reviews of the product by clicking view all review, and they can view the feedback of their customers. And then lastly, the seller can also delete the product that has been added, for example this, and just click delete, and the product will be deleted. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you.